Hello, everyone. My name is Case, and I'll be moderating today's interview with Chris Anastacio. We're thrilled to introduce to you one of the talented supporting actors in Lost Lion's debut feature film, 72 Hours. Chris has a remarkable background in the entertainment industry. In this interview, we'll delve into his journey as an actor, his role in 72 Hours, and his insights on the ever-evolving world of cinema. We'll also explore the behind-the-scenes experiences, challenges, and triumphs that shape the making of this gripping film. So sit back, relax, and join us for an engaging conversation with the enigmatic Chris Anastacio.
All right.
So to start us off, I would very much like a introduction by Chris, if Chris may provide a introduction.
Absolutely. My name is Christopher Anastacio. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been acting off and on since I was in my early 20s. At some point, I started having kids and had to, do something a little bit different, but acting's always been in my blood. I do a lot of stand-up comedy. Pretty much, I just love the entertainment field. It's what I want to do, and it's what I'm gonna die doing. So that's a little bit about me. Two kids, into CrossFit. Of course, into comedy. So I'm just a normal guy that likes acting.
Perfect. And who are you, Chris, portraying in this movie of 72 Hours?
I'm portraying Al Gionnelli, who's running for mayor against a guy named Ben Firestone, who is the incumbent. So I play his opponent.
All right. And from my point of view, I love the stand-up aspect. I think stand-up is it's a very brave aspect of the industry, and it really puts us up. I'm a talent as well. It puts us up against an audience. So I always commend people that do stand up. So this character I've seen is very intense. So in ways, stand up can prepare for this. That's interesting as we'll get further along. So my first question is, what drew you to the role that you played?
It's very complex. This guy had a rough childhood. He was in gangs, whatnot. But when you read the script, when you're first watching, what's going on, you think this guy is a stand-up guy, stand-up husband, which he could be. People go through changes. But what I love about the character is that there's a dark side. There is something crazy that's happened in his past that is internal that I have to act out that's not really spoken about until midway through the film. So yeah, you think this guy's just your average politician, which I guess there's no such thing as an average politician, but you think he's a politician, yet there's this whole crazy dark side that the audience is shocked once they learn about how he really grew up and who he really is. And I love that's acting. You're playing a guy that's polished but really isn't.
Perfect. I have noticed that this character is, from what we just listened to, is very flawed, and that may seem like to some people a problem, yet I don't believe it really helps when we see a flawed character in a movie like this, because we can see the ups and we can see the downs. So thank you so much. And on to the next question. What inspired you to pursue a acting career?
Well, my second time around, the first time I pursued a career was my late teen years and early 20s. It was just a passion. It was something I've wanted to do ever since I could walk. Now, maybe I went through a midlife crisis, maybe not. Here I am in my late 40s, and my 19-year-old son decides to drop out of college to become an actor, which at first I'm kind of like, what are you doing? Why are you throwing away your future? And then I started thinking about it and I was like, I did the same thing. Let me actually encourage him to follow his passion, chase his dream, because you only live life once. So as I'm encouraging him, I'm like looking in the mirror going, Chris, what about you? I still love it. I'm still a movie buff. I still get into that. So yeah, I started taking acting classes, and really, I got to thank my son for getting me back into it. He's encouraged me with his passion. He's starting to get some roles. And I'm thinking, obviously he didn't fall too far from the tree, so let's get back into this thing.
And that's very interesting that in the future we could see a collaboration of Anastacios. I hope I said that correct.
You're
In
close enough.
films,
It's Anastacio, but nobody says it.
Anastacio.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, on to the next question. What aspect of the script or character development did you find most compelling and why?
This guy has been through it. So, what I was alluding to in the earlier question, this guy was in a gang, right? This is a guy with a Southern accent that seems polished. He was in a gang. So, that's what intrigued me was how can I portray a character on film knowing he's got this past? How do I convey the emotion? How do I convey something of a put together, well dressed business owner that has this crazy, crazy gang? Like when I say gang, I mean he was into it. He was pretty far up there. That was fun. That was fun trying to, my process is I get out a sheet of paper, I try to write down what I think his background is. A lot of times you have to guess. The script provided that. It told me exactly who this guy was, and it allowed me to mentally get inside him, drawing from my experiences. As a teenager, I wasn't exactly the model citizen. Let me just put it that way. And of course, you grow out of it. And also, no person is 100% perfect. As you know, there's no such thing as perfection. So with Al Gionnelli, I'm thinking maybe he had a trouble growing up, but now as an adult, he's really trying to pull it together. He really wants to get into politics. So there was a lot of different things I could play around with this character. I had a lot of depth. I had a great backstory, and that's what intrigued me.
Very interesting. I'm sure the audience will love to hear that personal story that you talked about, how this character and yourself have parallels. And I believe that's really awesome for the audience and for you as the actor. So that's awesome. And I would say now to this question, this was talked about, yet I'm going to ask it. How do you prepare yourself emotionally and mentally to portray intense or emotionally demanding scenes in this movie?
Oh man, that's a great, great question. Pretty much I have to lock myself up. My wife hates it. I lock myself up in the bathroom and really try to get into character. I talk to myself. It's a process, man. Is you've talked to a bunch of actors, whatnot. Everybody has their own method, but I really just tried to feed on stuff that I've done before and try to put my shoes in that character based on my personal experience. And of course, it's exaggerated because I was never in a gang, but I had my run-ins with the police, so I just drew on that experience.
I believe that's very compelling that this character requires for you to have that particular way of preparation, which is required for certain roles. And I myself have not seen the film, yet I have seen the poster. And I must say, if that is you from the poster, then what you just said makes it look exactly intense, real, and it's a reflection of exactly what you just said. So I
I
commend,
appreciate that.
yes, I commend you for that. And so now we're talking about the role of Ben Firestone.
Okay.
So Ben Firestone, the character, is not here, yet I believe that we speak on his behalf. So, what tactics does Ben use to manipulate the crowd and control his image, both in a public or a private setting?
He's very charismatic and he comes across as very trusting. Now, of course, being a politician, a lot of people don't trust him, but he acts like he's great with children. I mean, he has that persona, that fake persona. You know, when he's out in public, he's one person, but behind the scenes, he's a crook. He's a completely different person. So yeah, he's using his charm. He's using his charm to manipulate the audience, the crowd, and whatnot. Sounds familiar, like a lot of politicians I know today.
I have not had the chance to meet this person, actor, talent yet. The charm seems very much in play for this character. I've seen pictures, and this is a character that would seem to use a lot of charm. So thank you. And so Ben Firestone was talked about. So now this is in relation to you. How do you establish chemistry with your fellow actors during filming?
Okay, so if I'm in a role with somebody, like if I actually have lines, I do befriend them. I become friends with them. So my main dialogue is with Brandon, who played one of the detectives. Him and I actually got to know each other outside the movie set. We did dinner a few times. I invited him up to the lake one time with his wife and his small child. And we just kind of bonded and got to know each other, ran our lines through, and really helped each other get into character. You know, it's almost these actors almost become like family when you're stuck on a set for a while. Like, you know, you were doing those table readings every Sunday. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's for a salesman. So, you know, chemistry is everything. You got to have chemistry or it just, the scene doesn't work.
That is probably a awesome way to go about chemistry and being together as a cast. So that is something that, you know, some actors, some talents don't do. And which is, it's a choice. Yet I always commend those that have a good chemistry with the cast and really take that extra step to make sure that what we see on film is a true bonding of each other and that we're ready to perform for an audience. So, yes, thank you for that. And so, from the filming aspect, what is your favorite scene to film and why?
Probably the scene with fellow actor Brendan Benton. He played Jay Schaefer, the detective, and we had this really, really intense scene in the police. I guess it was a police station where he's interrogating, and it was just intense. Like I could feel the intensity. That by far was my favorite scene. I mean, I kind of got lost and going off on. It. So yeah, it was. That was by far my best scene.
Thank you. Interrogations and police crime drama. I love it. So sounds good. So what was was the most rewarding aspect of working on this film as an actor?
I would say the camaraderie between all the actors. You know, you become friends with these people. And then you run into them again on future films, whatnot. But it's you know, when you say it's a wrap and you're all done, it's like a huge sense of accomplishment, and you've truly become friends with the people that you've worked with. I mean, you know, I can bump into them 10 years from now, and you know, it's kind of like we're an alumni of a certain film.
Yes. Having a network of people is amazing, so that is a awesome response to my question. And so this is my ninth question. What do you hope the audience will take away from a performance like this that was performed?
I want to be taken as a serious actor. I hope they get you know, involved with my character. I hope they feel me. I hope they can look at me and be like, this is a flawed individual, but he's trying. Um, that's what I hope to take, is that they think my performance is real. I want them, you know, to really feel me.
Yes, I do believe the audience will, in time, will have a fond memory of your character. So,
I
is there
appreciate it.
anything else you'd like to share as we close?
I'm just looking forward to the final product being done. You know, I know Shay's an upcoming director. I'm, you know, hoping for his success in this, and I hope he brings me along. Um, but I think it's going to be a great film. We got lucky. We actually got some pretty good talent that did this movie, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the final product.
Perfect. All right. I have a closing remark to our audience, and you are welcome to listen to that. If not, you may conclude our interview, and thank you so much for your time and for your participation.
Hey, anytime, Case. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Chris. All right. And for our audience, thank you all for joining us today for this informative interview session. We appreciate your insights and contributions to the discussion. We are excited to announce that in our next interview, we will be interviewing Lieutenant Park, played by the talented Jim Hackett. Lieutenant Park is a complex and compelling character, and we are eager to delve into his motivation, experiences, and relationships with the other characters in the show. We believe that Jim Hackett's portrayal of Lieutenant Park will bring depth and nuance to the role of Lieutenant Park, and we are confident that you will find his performance engaging and movable. We encourage you to join us for our next interview, where we will explore Lieutenant Park's character in a greater detail and provide you with exclusive behind the scenes insights into the show's production. Thank you again for your participation today, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon.